Matt Dillahunty. You still want to talk about Pastor J. Harold Smith? That from him, I got some evidence that's gonna scare you to death.
I was holding a revival meeting in Louisiana in one of the big rodeos. We came to the last night of the revival meeting, and I was preaching the sermon that I'm preaching tonight. And I gave an invitation all during the meeting, all during that service. On my right, in the extreme corner of that rodeo, were three businessmen of that city. They laughed. They made fun. They lit their cigarettes. They cursed. They cursed me. They cursed the ushers. They cursed the sponsors of that revival meeting. And when about 400 people got up out of their seats and began to walk down to give their hearts to Christ, they began to make all sorts of canny remarks and filthy remarks about those that were coming to the altar. I met them as they came down out of the rodeo, and I said, I do not know who you gentlemen are, but all three of you have blasphemed against God's Spirit, and you've stepped over God's deadline. One of them said, is that right? I didn't say another word. They left. The next morning at 8 o'clock, one of those businessmen put his key in his door to unlock his business and dropped dead in the street before he could open the door. At 11:30 that day, the second businessman started to cross the street in that little city and dropped dead in the middle of the street with a heart attack. At 5:30 that afternoon, the third one was sitting in his office with his secretary, and he said to her, before the sun goes down, I'll be in hell. She said, ask God to forgive you. And he said, it's too late, and pitched out of his chair, a corpse. I had left on Monday morning to go to another revival. My telephone rang about 9:30 that Monday night.
Snow, Matt Dillahunty, Matt Dillahunty, Aaron Raw, instead of just relegating these stories as not being true because they scare the hell out of you, instead of just hiding your heads like an ostrich in the sands of your atheism, how do I know these deaths are not like voodoo deaths? I'm obsessed. Did God really kill this man? Did an angry God really kill these men? Or is it, since there was no Moses and Adam, everything's topsy-turvy in my world? Look up voodoo deaths. There have been documented cases of voodoo deaths. And they have a scientific explanation for these deaths.